Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Houston Cougars and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game, this running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cougars offense will get first crack at it today. And we get a look at Mekhi Hughes. He sliced through defenders last time out, more than 200 yards, and scored 3 times in their victory.
I gotta tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll ride him again. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He is in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Houston 7, Utah 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense will now get its first chance with the football. A matchup that we're going to lock in on, left side of the line, and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. They'll run this play from the pistol. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really excited to see what Utah is going to do this year. You're so used, David. We were for years seeing Kyle Whittingham strolling the sidelines for Utah. Obviously, he's now off in Ann Arbor, but with Dampier back at quarterback, they've got the pieces. And the Big 12 every year we know is so wide open. If Utah can continue to be physical, they had some big losses, especially along the offensive line. I think this could be a special season in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and you saw a lot of good moments from Dampier. I mean, this guy can scramble around, can run around, can make things happen. It's the passing game. Can it evolve? Can it grow? They've got weapons, but it all starts with the quarterback.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. There he goes. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Tells to run, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's McGarry. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Moving the pocket, it's Wigman. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. All alone, he's got it. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Houston. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Second down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Working that left side now. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Utes have this offense rolling. Motion from the back. Scanning the field is Dampier. Out wide right, it's Brink. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lets it fly. Left side is Parker. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. In the red area, it's Parker. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Utes!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On the return, it's Drake. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cougars sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. D-line and that front 7, tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They give it to him again. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Cougars will try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. 2nd down coming up. Quick give. It's Hughes. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. extending the play. He's going to take off. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Handoff for Parker. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. On the run, it's Hughes. Got the first down. Still running at the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Caught behind the line. It's Walker. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Push is ahead. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Utes racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Oh, pressure's coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Again, it's Parker. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Wigman. Escapes the pressure going right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 10 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Golden Bears, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. Moves them to 7-1 on the year, an awfully good start so far. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
The Cougars will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Hey guys, the Cougars head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Utes in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Sets his feet. It's Dampier. Caught. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Right side, it's Thomas. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Out wide left, it's Thomas. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43. Straight ahead, it's Hughes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
The Cougars will snap it on first and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sells the fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Left side, it's Thomas. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Houston has it with a first and goal. Tough run here, it's Hughes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Breaks into the open. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Rid of it on the RPO. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Hauls it in at the 25. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Ollie, what update do you have on that?
Hey, guys, checking in from the Houston sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Wigman. They'll run the screen, and they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turning it on. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second and long here. The snap sets up to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Quick step and go. Shakes a man, and he might take off. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking for a man, it's Dampier. Out wide left, it's Parker. Touchdown, Utah! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Ready to try the point after.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the Houston sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Keeping his eyes downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Utes come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Got to make the play on fourth. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. First down and more. Oh, he got loose. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Utes are marching down the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. Sells to run, looking to pass. Comes down, it's Simmons. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Utes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Got it. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Rushes on. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's caught. Touchdown, Utes.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Cougars sideline, they are so hyped up for their running back. This star has proven that he is somebody who should be in the national conversation. Another stellar performance today, and we're not even done yet. Over 2.
Breaks into the open on the left. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Moves to his right. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Thomas. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, you want to take better care of the football there. Lucky to get that one back.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out.